What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. I hope all of you lovely, wonderful people are having a good evening. I hope that everything is going well in your life. Um, I'm your host, Ed Honcho. This is the den. This is the best conversation on the internet. If you want to know why this is the best conversation on the internet, well, you stick around for just a little bit, become a part of the den folk community, the den community. Join the chat and you will definitely see why. Make sure you're in the live chat and not in the top chat. Top chat ain't where it's at. But again, it is my honor, it is my privilege, and we talked about taking for granted. Most of all, it is my pleasure um, to be here with you guys this evening. So we're gonna talk about the gray area tonight. I don't know. I'm gonna get my sleep right because I know it's been like since we've been back at around this time. I get up. I've been a little tired, but it's all good, man. It's all good. Glad to see all you wonderful people. Let's see who we got joining us this evening. I see Lady Licious. I see James Harden. I see Jason S. I see Miss Bell. The class is in session. I see. Let's see. Be for real, Broderick in the building. Yeah, look, I know the ladies have been wanting another karaoke night from Broderick, so we'll see what's up with that. We're gonna have to get a live one, pre-recorded. Isley in the building. What's up, Miss Isley? I don't even know how we go with that. That's a whole thing. Coltrud, the Don of the Discord. How are you this evening, my good man? Let's see. Rashida, Miss Reed, smoking that Chicago weed. How are you this evening? D the Gamma, Miss D the Gamma, and my prayers and thoughts are with you and the family. I know that you said there was a natural disaster that took place near your hometown, so I hope everything is as well as it can be, because I know that nothing is 100% perfect right now. 335, the stenographer in the building. My milks of magnesium. Oh my God, I saw that right before the chat, and I sniggled. I sniggled a little bit. Don't ask me what a sniggle is. Don't ask no questions. Eastside here, appreciate the love, man.
For chat. Still looking for snow bunnies and thick Latinas. Eyes.
Oh man, that's funny. I think it probably because I got the mic up. Eastside was some motherfucking deal. Sweet Berry, man, look. Don't y'all? I don't want y'all to ever be fooled by Sweet Berry. Not only she's a pistachio pit bull, she is up to some other things that you got to watch out for. You got to keep your eyes on Sweet Berry. Let me see it. Drop me to the bottom. Wokey woke. Evade. XFL Live. What's the motherfucking deal? Jeremy Green. What's the motherfucking deal? Unbeaten Sports. What's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, let me get rid of that. I don't know why I got that back there. I was fooling with something right before the stream. Oh, that's the cat. That's the player cat. He can stick around. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. Let me see. I hope none of y'all actually did anything like that. DeMark, you don't ask no goddamn questions. You know better than that. Young Poppy, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I didn't see that Sweet Berry wasn't feeling good. Well, probably because all the mean things she's done to people. That's karma coming back in the form of sickness. Nah, I don't wish any bad on Sweet Berry. She's not that bad. She's not that good, but she's not that bad. Let's see. Anybody else I may have missed? I did not intentionally diss. Let me make sure. Look, I think I got it. I'm gonna get back on the early bird pistachio track too. And once the fucking bot actually works, then maybe we can do that. Let's see what we got. To see if it'll act right. Is it gonna act right? Okay. Hopefully it is. Let's see. Scrooston takeover. What's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. John from New York, what's the motherfucking deal? Shit, Joe Biden Kate, Trump already beat him to it, man. Sticky Northside, what's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to Sticky, man. I see you getting on the YouTube game, man. Definitely will be checking that out. Um, let's see. Let me see if I look prepaid. What's the motherfucking deal, man? That shit had me dying. Oh, yesterday during the stream. Don't cut his dick off, man. That's fucking hilarious. Sharon Armstrong, how are you this evening? And all right, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Pressure Trio, what's the motherfucking deal? So, part of this conversation, and I haven't checked up on the not so super Tuesday standings, but from what I saw, I do believe Biden was in a decent lead, a pretty decent lead. Um, so, but last night, man, and I tell y'all, man, make sure you join the Den Discord for the Den Show after party. Because after every episode of the Den, if you're still up, once we get done at 11, we slide into the Discord. I'm going to start making sure to be on time for 11 because I'm in the Discord with y'all late and don't be getting the sleep that I need to get. And I know I was late today, but forgive me. So I ain't going to talk a whole lot. We'll get the lines open so y'all can call in. But so, it was me, or actually, let me use proper English. It was Big M, Professor Trill, and I, and Mr. Culture too. And it was me, Big M, and Trill. We stayed really late, but having a very interesting conversation about a lot of things. And that Big M guy, he's quite perceptive. Very interesting conversation we had last night. But and Miss Lady Licious, she was definitely a part of the conversation early on, and she tapped out on us. Um, and some Sacramento bird kept flying in and out. I don't know who that was. Marie Lovely, what's the motherfucking deal? And so we got into Vincent, what's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to Vincent, man. Happy anniversary. Congratulations. That is a beautiful thing, man. So shout out to Mr. Bryson. I love to see it, man. So, beautiful thing. What you mean? Marie Lovely was in here the other day. What you talking about? You must be on the medication, sweet Mary. Um, but here's the thing, right? So now I didn't say anything about smart. I said perceptive. um, but nah, Big M's all right in my book, man. He's a cool dude. So we were talking about a lot of things, man, and and we just we covered a variety of topics, and his worldview is interesting to me. And so we talked about dating, relationships, who has the say so in certain things when it comes to discussing uh, marriage, whether you're married or not, or children, or a variety of things. And so apparently, me and Trill don't have a lot of say so on a lot of stuff. But then we covered the topic of abortion. It was a lot of stuff. So that's why I say the Den Discord after party is a great place to be. And for those of you who, definitely like to be more vocal and maybe not want to type so much, you can join the voice chat. You can be a part of that. But we got to this topic of the gray area, right? And the gray area was kind of like what he was saying was I want to make sure I word this right. This nigga Broderick. I got stuff from Roger. We we wait until the time is appropriate. But yeah, yeah. I was gonna say I got to see what's going on with this camera and the way I'm in a different. I wonder. I wonder if that's going because it's been blurry kind of the last few days. It seems like the settings have been it's been like a little off. It hasn't been as clear. And so I've been fooling with some stuff, but it's not. I don't think it's the lighting necessarily. Let me see something, but that's not gonna show. It's not gonna show up while I'm on stream anyway. So I'll fool with it afterwards. Like I said, I've just been jumping on. I've just been jumping on the stream. I haven't really been on the PC to get everything back in order. But anyway, let me stop rambling. Let's get into it. So the gray area basically is where we live in a society. We live in a society where I think a lot of people have to live in the gray area. And what I mean by that is, it's more and more of you can call it an agenda, you can call it whatever, that people are being pushed to accept things that they may not necessarily believe in But to function in this society, you have to participate in the shenanigans. Um, we talked about like a situation like a while back, like with Mario Lopez, right? And he spoke out on his beliefs about I think trans kids or something like that. And then and where do these people come from? For them to be such a small percentage, like where are all the where are they getting the numbers to fucking to really just ruin people? But anyway, you got a lot of backlash. You have to apologize and eat the words. Uh, Shit, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's similar with Snoop Dogg. That's a kind of a different situation, but it's like people are being forced to accept things that they don't necessarily believe in. And if you, the bot still ain't over the bot. Tell me it logged in. It still ain't acting right. Um, I don't know then. It's showing everything here, but for some reason it's not doing the little game things or anything. I'll figure it out here in just a moment. But you know, and that's the thing, and that's the problem. And I agree, John. Like it's just, it, I get it. If you got kids and you got all that stuff. Some people say, hey, you gotta play the game to win, or however you want to look at it. Um, but we were just talking about a variety of things and beliefs and like I said, I think it's more than just not just the trans thing. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world, especially in America, especially with politics, religion, and all of these things. And so you can't say certain stuff, and you have to play a certain way, and otherwise, you could lose everything that you've built up, especially if you have some level of celebrity, or if you are in the entertainment industry. You really got to play the dirty game. Ask anybody who's been with Harvey Weinstein. So you know, it's like what's right and what's wrong, you know. And I can't remember the specific topic. So Trill, if you get a chance later on to call in, I would love to. I'm trying to remember what that exact specific thing is when I said that we'll talk about this tomorrow as the gray area because it was it was something that was specifically mentioned. Oh, I'll tell y'all not to be in the top chat, and I'm fucking in the goddamn top chat after I reset the thing. Um, what was it? Or you maybe you remember when we started talking about the gray area because you said something specific to Trill about believing in something, and because we were talking about single mothers, and we were talking about right and wrong, and that's what it was. That's what it was, and it was what is right and what is wrong. Speaking to somebody about what is right and what is wrong, and then your opinion being what is right. If you the opinion of it, and how you would address it. So, and that's when the gray area conversation came up. So, my thing is, yeah, that's what it's more about right and wrong. So we live in a society where nowadays right is the wrong thing and wrong is the right thing. But you have people who know the difference. But because you don't want to offend other people who are living wrong
Marie Lovely
or
donated
not living
$10. It's not
appropriately,
much, but we glad you
but it's
back.
acceptable now. I mean, it may not be appropriate, but it's acceptable. And there's people who still have certain standards that won't accept it. And so the people who stick by those standards now, they become the bad guy. Um, they become the problem. And if they say anything about it, you know, well, then it becomes an issue. But this is their beliefs. But then if they stand on these beliefs, they speak on these beliefs, well, then now the way society is turning, and it's so crazy because it seemed like it just happened in a few years, but it's been going. I'm old now. I guess I didn't realize how old I got. It's been transitioning, no pun intended, for quite some time. Um, that was almost a quote from the Bible. Oh, I got it. I have not gotten into the New Testament. I read the Old Testament, but I have not gotten into the New Testament, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself, because I had time, so I did nothing but read, or other stuff, and I'm sure I have a story or two to pull out of. I don't know where to put the fucking notebook, but anyway, um, so I said that I told myself I was going to finish the New Testament also, which is much shorter than the Old Testament, but you know, we'll get there. Oh no, I did not. I was out of there. Miss Marie, appreciate the love, man. I'm sorry. I said I'm looking all everywhere else. Man, you already know. There's no such thing as not much.
Eastside Harold
If y'all
donated
could donate
$5 through
25 cents, the fact
Super
that you
Chat.
feel like
Why they kick Flavor out
it's
the
worth
group
it,
now, but when
I
he was
appreciate
smoking crack
everything.
back in the day it was
Don't
all
necessarily have to
good.
do it. The fact that you do shows me and lets me know that you truly do appreciate it. But I thank you so much, Miss Marie Lovely. So I apologize that I didn't see it and I was in a random rant. And then, like I say, we didn't get off the Den Discord till like 3 something. And then I didn't get much sleep. And I didn't get much sleep the day before. So I'm probably slowly killing myself. But I'll do it for the Den. Eastside Hero, appreciate the love, man. Why to kick Flavor out the group now? When you're smoking crack back, it was all good. My thing with that, right? See, that's what I'm saying. God damn it, I got the volume all the way down, so I guess I'm not hearing it. Well, I apologize if you didn't hear me. Like I was saying, Miss Marie Love, like I say, I appreciate any and everything. The fact that you find it necessary, or you find it willing to donate to the channel, man, it's greatly appreciated, and I thank you. So there's no such thing as not much. Anything is plenty. That's actually a quote from Devin the Dude. Anything is plenty, man. I haven't heard that song in a long time. It's a great song, and I'm going to listen to it when I get out of here. Anything is plenty, man. But you know, my thing is that, you know, so we were talking about right and wrong, and how wrong has become right, right has become wrong, and those people who still stand firm in their beliefs become ostracized now, like they're doing something bad. They become ostracized because they're not buying into the switch, and things were a certain way for a reason. But anyway, I think there's multiple layers that we can get into on that, because I think at that point, particular time, we were talking about, like, say, we were talking about single moms and what is right and what is wrong. You know, the family dynamic and a lot of things. But it was, I'm not going to put my specific opinion out right now, but you know, we'll talk about these things. So give me just a second. Rough day. That's a damn good one, honey. I'm gonna take myself off the screen here for just a second because I gotta grab something, but I'm here, and I'll be pulling up the phone lines. But man, like I say, man, I've been happy to see y'all, man. It's like, you know, things are getting back to normal as they should be. I just gotta get my juice up. Like I said, I don't want to drink an energy drink or anything and get all crazy. That's probably why I fucking can't sleep, because I had to drank a little bit of caffeine like right before the stream yesterday. It seemed like it didn't want to kick in until the fucking Discord started, and then I'm fucking up all night. All right, give me un momento, por favor. That's Harris County Hispanic Spanish. I guess one day I should buy a new chair, huh? I'm just gonna sit in this bitch till it just falls off. All right, here we go. So, the number is one thing. So basically, what we're going to discuss is, you know, the gray area. You know, how do you deal with that? Do you operate within a gray area? Do you, as an individual, feel like you have to hold back from your real opinions because of your family, your work, or, you know, the way society is changing? Do you do that to avoid problems, or are you a person that speaks your mind and you're willing to deal with the consequences, and, you know, not be shut down or not be made to apologize for your real beliefs? Because I wonder, like, I mean, we can talk about the Snoop Dogg thing or any of these people who apologize for whatever. Like, does that not, I don't want to say discredit, but does it not deteriorate from, you know, their standing in other people's eyes? Because it's a lose-lose. Because even though you apologize, the people who, give me 1 second, let me turn the headphones on. The people who you insulted will never like you no matter what. They'll always hold that against you. And then the people who were riding with you, they look at you as less of a person now. All right, what's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, man, it's Solis.
Solis. What's the motherfucking deal, Mr. Solis? How are you this evening?
Doing all right, man. Just chilling really.
Okay, okay. What's on your mind this evening, Mr. Solis? Do you operate in a gray area? Do you think that society is changing from what used to be okay to something different?
The only reason I think it's changing now is because of the internet, right? So
Mm-hmm.
stuff is you can record something, spread it out, and it can go viral within hours.
Mm-hmm.
So you have someone say like a juicy piece of content that not everybody agrees, we're gonna go after that. So it's gonna implode into something bigger than what it is, and people are gonna agree with you and disagree, but those haters are gonna be a lot more because they can reach you. You know what I mean? They could actually conversate back with your disagreement. So that's why I kind of feel like there's a change in it.
Okay, okay. Not to change the subject, but see, walking walk. Now that's the good thing. Like say, and I'm talking about something completely different because I read the quote, the Isaiah 5:20. I guess that is actually having read it now. Things make much more sense when the things are in context. Now that I read certain Bible verses or see them, it's a good thing. But yeah, I agree. Like the people are gonna hate you, you're gonna hate you no matter what. But there's a lot more access to haters now. But I also think that has to do with a lot more people a lot more of society not necessarily having a life. And what I mean by that is that they're out seeking, searching, and hunting for anything to get offended by. Because let's talk about the D Wade situation. Again, I still haven't caught up on the full details of it, but come on, man. There's I don't see how anybody can sit here and legitimately say. I mean, if we just talk from a slightly science based perspective, right? You're talking about a kid who has not fully developed. You can't do shit in this society under the age of 18. But yet, day in and day out, we see people entertaining these ideas of chemically altering children, surgically altering children, and doing these things that will permanently scar them and damage them when they are of an age where most of society is made pretty bad, shitty decisions. They don't know better. They haven't had enough experience in life to tell the difference. But yet, you see so many people coming to the forefront, justifying this. Like, what do you think about situations like that?
Well, man, I mean, really, it's a double-edged sword because at the same point, uh, 18-year-old kids can't buy cigarettes no more, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yet, you could put hormones inside a kid that's 12 years old because they identify with something else.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing, none of these kids probably never even had sex before. They've never been exposed to shit like that. So the concept of them, like deciding of them if they're gay or not,
Mm-hmm.
is still kind of mind-boggling because they don't understand. They haven't gone through like shit like that. So how would you know what you feel is right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's a double-edged sword too because it's kind of hypocritical to say, oh, you're 18, but you go to the military and serve your life at 18, but you can't buy a pack of cigarettes, but you can vote. Compared to, oh, I'm a 9-year-old little girl that I want to be a boy now, or I'm a 10-year-old little boy, I want to be a girl now. I can switch that by click with a button because of a doctor. I feel this way type shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's kind of screwed in our perspectives on what we really should, like, we as Americans should really stand for. I mean,
I
that's how
think.
I really got.
Well, what if you're under 18 and you start saying, "I identify as a smoker"? You think they'll let you smoke then? They'll sell you cigarettes then? Because then if not, they don't let you identify as what you identify as. Then you throw a big hissy fit, and then you get some national attention. I don't know. So I mean, I agree though. I think that if you're gonna have the opportunity to make life altering decisions, and if smoking, or people want to talk, well, it causes cancer, and it, can make you sick, or you're gonna die. Well, if you go to the military, and again, the military has changed significantly from what it was, but I mean, shit still happens. You're still at risk, and you're still, excuse me, dedicating your life to something. I think that you should still have those other options, but the thing with the kids, man, that's the crazy stuff. Man, speaking of pedophiles, there's female pimp. And hey, Miss Thing, I was away on a unwanted vacation for a while, and so I'm here now. But I'm sure I have a story for the end of the stream. But I agree with you on that, and It's just it's crazy because you would think that again the smoking thing it's kind of it doesn't impact me, so it doesn't really matter. But for the youth, I get it because especially if you were at that age, you're almost 18, and then bam, now you got to wait another 3 years or so to do it legally. But I'm sure people are doing it anyway.
Right.
But
So like,
it's just
I was 18 when I was able to buy it still, and I turned 20 when they changed the rule. So I can still buy it at certain areas, but some areas they ask me for my ID. I kind of
Yeah.
Sometimes I let them do it, and they just look at it. It says 1999, right? And I was like, "Oh, you're 21." They'll give it to me. Some guys they're actually like, "Oh, you're not 21." So it's just kind of irritating at times, for me at least.
And that's funny because that's not necessarily the gray area we're talking about, but you were born or you were put in the gray area of legal to illegal because you were legal at one time to purchase it, then the rules changed, and then you're on the brink of legality. So you're in the gray area when it comes to legally purchasing tobacco. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't really like it, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. What else is on your mind there, Mr. Solis?
Yeah, man. That's really much it. I appreciate the call.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for calling in, man. It was good to hear from you.
No problem, man. You too.
All right. Have a good evening. That's interesting. That wasn't necessarily the gray area speaker, but I mean, hey, that's a gray area, right? But good to see all of y'all, man. And again, for everybody who is not, who didn't know, yes, I had a legal situation that kept me restricted for a while, and so that's why there was no den. But we are back in action. Hopefully, starting at 9 o'clock again if I stop doing foolish stuff. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
It's Belle. How are you?
I'm doing well, Miss Bell. How are you this evening?
Good. It was getting better. It is getting better. I think that we all kind of ride in the gray area a bit until we decide where our boundaries are.
Mm-hmm.
I get a lot of feedback on your end.
Well, it might be. I'm not sure if I'm echoing here. Now let me turn this down a little bit, see if that helps.
Yeah, that does.
Okay.
So no, I think that it's a boundary issue. There are things that I am completely put my foot down about, and then there's other things that I don't make a big deal about it, but I don't know if that puts me in the gray area or not. Somebody once said that you either stand up for it in the moment or you just let it go. What is that? Be a lion in the moment or a lamb for the rest of your life about certain things. I don't even remember where I heard it from, but and so I don't know exactly what we're talking about, the gray area just in general or society, or was it something specific?
Like I said, there were the topic that it had gotten to was, like I said, it was talking about single parenting. And so we were talking about what is right and wrong. The situation happens, but we were discussing what is right and wrong, and began presented to Trill in a particular way, and basically his opinions versus the actual situation itself. But the thing about it, like I say, it can be a multitude of topics. It's just how do you approach that, because again, there's certain situations in society nowadays that if you say something about, whether you support or don't, or even if you just don't jump on the bandwagon, you may not support it, but you get backlash, you get kind of get shitted on or whatever because you're not buying into it, or you're not it's just not your belief. And so if you don't support certain ideas, you can risk your career, you can risk your social status, you could risk a lot of things. And so is it worth it for someone, in your opinion, to risk all of those things and have to suffer for having a particular set of beliefs, or do they acclimate to the way that the world is trending, or the way that America is trending now?
Well, the thing is the bottom line is you got to make sure you know what the cost is if you're choosing to take a stand on something, because nothing's ever free. That's the thing people don't get. If you choose to make a stand and it goes against the wave of society, there's definitely going to be backlash. But if you know what you're figuring the amount's going to be, and you can handle that, then step out into it. If you're not, back away from it. But I don't really see that as the only thing I see as a gray area with parenting is if you have 5 kids, all 5 of those kids need to be parented slightly different ways because what works for one doesn't work for another. As far as gray area goes, you love them all unconditionally, but it doesn't mean you like all of them at the same time.
Mm.
You know, I mean, I'm the oldest of 5. And because of the fact that I was the oldest, my name got called first, even if it was the youngest one being in trouble. So I've learned to live around gray areas, but the question is it can become a minefield if you're dodging and diving rather than taking a stand.
I agree with that.
But, you know, and the other thing is there's an old saying, sit on a fence long enough, you're going to get a splinter in your ass.
Mm. This is true.
And when you look at God.
So yeah, if you're like I say, because people are going to perceive it one way or the other. So if you're not, leaning that way, you're going to make some enemies one way or another. So I think, to me personally, I think it's best to, state the side that you stand on. But again, like I said, I understand why a lot of people are cautious these days because it can be risky.
Well, it's so funny that you say that because we talk about how I don't like using the N-word, and I never have. And you're like, oh, you can use it, but it's like that's one thing that I take a stand on, not because I choose to be politically correct, but it's just not something that I was ever brought up with. And so I think that that's where it comes to, too, is everybody's got to know what their own personal boundaries are and back off being so goddamn sensitive about everything. Because you know what? Not everything is personal.
Sure.
And if we're taking it personal, then we need to check ourselves before checking other people. Because sometimes they didn't even mean to say shit to you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by the way, I did go back and I did look at that video that we were talking about with Kenneth.
Oh, okay, yes.
I saw the whole thing.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem to matter whatever political soapbox he's on, he's always talking about gay and LGBT community.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no problem with that. I really don't, because if that's something that's fine. But what I have an issue with is find something positive to talk about. Find something, it doesn't all have to be about how one minority group is bashed over another, or how, and granted, this is his truth, so he's entitled to his opinion, and it's valid. It just doesn't mean that it has to be right there. There's other topics that are important. He was sidestepping a conversation that they were having about females, and just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just that, and I know that I've done it, being the minority in this group, with trying to assimilate to something that I've not and won't ever be able to experience. And maybe that's where some of the sensitivity comes in, is that you want to be able to show a person that you're sensitive to them having difficulties with shit going on, but it doesn't mean you're ever going to really be able to know what they're completely going through.
Correct.
And that's sometimes where a gray area can be. My husband was black. My best friend is black, but that doesn't mean I will ever understand some of the cultural things African Americans or blacks have to go through. Just like as being a widow, some of the audience won't ever understand because they've not gone through it. It doesn't mean they don't have empathy or sympathy. It just means that they've not ever had that experience. And so with people trying to put more feeling into it, sometimes it can get a little touchy, sensitive, oversensitive shit.
Yeah,
and maybe that's what some of that balance is. you know, trying to have empathy for someone, and where's the level, you know? Because you care about somebody and don't want to see them hurt. Because they're being prejudged for something they can't help, or by who they are, for whatever reason. Whether it's gay, straight, white, black, fat, thin, tall, short, whatever. You know, people get prejudged all the time. And it's just people taking a stand that they don't want to be treated like that anymore. But how do you balance that? And I'm starting to lose my voice again. So I'm going to get me some hot tea.
Yes.
I'm going to go back to the boards, and I'm going to enjoy listening to everybody else.
Okay.
And by the way, I started listening last night on the other thing, the other channel. And I fell asleep, and then I woke up, and Big M was still talking. It was like 3 in the morning. I fell asleep with it on, and I woke up, and he was still talking. I'm like, what the hell? So anyway, it was good. It was good stuff. But all right, I'm off, and your turn.
All right, Miss Bell. Well, the bell has rung and class is in session. Yes, I'm drinking me some hot tea now, so I suggest, if that helps you, do the same. And, like I say, I hope you continue to get better. And back to
Day
form.
by day, it's getting there.
Okay, good deal, good deal.
All right, good night.
And have a good evening. Big M annihilated everybody last night. Big M. Oh, that's what I said I was gonna start doing too. What's the motherfucker do? Who we have calling in to the den this evening?
It's your boy Roman.
Hello, Roman. How are you doing this evening, Roman?
Man, I'm doing great. How are you, Honcho?
I'm doing very good because I'm back with the den folk, man, and it's a good feeling. And as we're getting back into the groove of things, it's starting to get back comfortable again. So.
Yeah, me looking at my phone, seeing the dinner's on at 10 o'clock, man, it feels good. It feels like getting back to normalcy. It seems like we're getting back to normal, man. You got the stuff, you got the green screen in the back, so it's feeling normal again.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it back to where it's supposed to be, man.
Yeah, but this man, how can I be honest with you, man? So, what is really the topic about?
Like I say, it's a multitude of things, man. Like I say, there's I think there's different ways you can discuss it. Like I say, some people, like I say, it really started off. I want to say last night the conversation was about single parenting, but like I said, we could talk about plenty of controversial topics. And what that is that, being in the gray area where you may personally believe and you may have a hard stance on a particular topic, but because society is changing and, the PC thing to say is this, and, we all love everybody and everybody should be embraced and accepted and, all that other stuff that they force feed you these days. But you may not believe in these things, and you could be the one that may be in the wrong if it's just not what you believe. It is what it is. But my thing is, should people act like they support these things or whatever it is that's going on, or should they truly speak their mind? Because if you're supporting something but you don't believe in it, that's kind of where I feel like, is partially the gray area. It's not the best definition. Like I said, I'm a little out of there myself still. Like I said, I'm a little tired, but I would like to give it a better explanation. But that's all I got right now.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean. I think when it comes to situations like, basically like, okay, I know what you want to say this. I'm kind of half-half on this when it comes to gay people. And also I'm kind of half-half on it when it comes to abortion. But abortion is something that, it's so touchy that, and I'm not a woman, and that I don't really talk about this. We all talk about that one. I'm half-half with it, Honcho. I believe people should be, talked about, discriminated, beat up, harassed,
all that just because, their sexual orientation. No, because that's wrong. Because I believe black people shouldn't have that. I feel like Hispanic people shouldn't have that. White people shouldn't have that. I know it's somewhat impossible, but if we can have a fair world where everybody is treated equally, I would love that for everybody. I don't care. I'm a Christian, but I feel like an atheist should be treated just as fair as me. I don't think just because I believe in something they don't, that I should be treated better. I'm not like that. Some people are like that, but I'm not. But this is my problem, Honcho. And like I said, I think gay people deserve just as rights as everybody else deserves. I'm not. They deserve everything that we have and everything everybody else has. Like I say, I wish everybody could be fair and just. But this is where I have a problem. Is when it becomes like, you have to believe in something, like, because everybody believes in it, or it kind of becomes into people can't disagree nowadays when it comes to especially a topic about sexuality. I don't agree with people being gay. I don't like it. What people don't realize is people have opinions. I think opinions have just disappeared. I think people don't value an opinion anymore. It's if the masses and most people agree with it, you have to agree with it. And that's why I draw my issue, Honcho. It's that how you have to pick, especially gay characters in every situation. And, be honest with you, Honcho, that's not realistic because everybody in the world's not gay. The same thing, the reason why, in a show when it's full of white characters. That's impossible. I like shows that show diversity. That they don't just have the token black character, the token Hispanic character, that they show more diversity of what they're giving. You get what I mean? And, when I look about shit like this, it's like, damn, and best every show you watch, there's a gay character. And look, I don't mind it being a gay character, but they show everything. Everything is just shown. It's like it's no filter. It's no holdback. Look, Honcho, I'll be honest with you. I'm not big on watching sex scenes with a man and woman. Do you really think I want to watch a sex scene with two men or two women? I don't. You get what I mean? And look, in television, it's always been suggested that a character has been gay. In cartoons and shows, always been suggested that, yeah, as you get older, and probably even at your age, you was like, yeah, they're a little, yeah, they never said nothing, but it was always been suggested that they could be, or they are. But now, it's just everything has to be said. And when it is said, it's times 100, times 1,000. And I feel like it's unnecessary because you're forcing how you feel on other people. You don't let other people have an opinion on how they feel about something. And when you do have an opinion, you're shaming, you're hateful, you're homophobic. I'll be honest with you, Honcho, how it is nowadays, I feel like it's heterophobia. I mean, damn, it's bad to be straight. You come out as straight, boy. Oh, my God. No. And that's why I draw a line when it comes to gay rights and all and stuff like that. All I want, I know not every gay person do that. I've been cool with people that's gay, and they agree with everything I just said. Hey, I agree. Some people be pushing too hard, but for the people that are hell of extreme, just listen. That doesn't mean I hate you. I just don't agree with what you're doing. But do I hate you? No. I think it's just to find a balance. You get what I mean? I'm not saying they can't be a gay character in a show, gay characters in comics, because that is realistic. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just that it's just the over of everything. It's got to be everything, and you throw it in our face. Let us breathe. That's all I'm saying. Let people breathe and start to form their opinions and not force it on somebody. That's why you have Dwayne Wade's 12-year-old son coming out as gay. I bet you 100% Honcho that was forced on him. Don't tell me a 12-year-old don't know what the fuck they want. Yeah, they 12. Puberty don't start till about 13. So I just don't want to hear that. That's my problem. It's when you force something, and it's not just gay rights. It's just on multiple topics. Like I said, on religion, when you force your religion on somebody, when you just force somebody down somebody's throat, I can't ride with that because it makes me start to hate you instead of starting to listen listen to you. You know, be more open. Be more. You know what? Do you want to hear how I want to feel? If you don't, hey, if you want to hear, I'll tell you. That's all my problem is, and that's where I would want people that are part of the LGBT just to see the gray area in that. Is that people do not hate y'all. Some people do, but most people do not hate y'all. We hate the overabundance and just the media and just everything that you throw on us is that we hate. And that's all I ask for, you know. But what you think, Honcho?
I can agree with that. Well, you made a point about, you know, how you know, characters and things are represented. You know, in my day-to-day living now, or even more so, this time in my life, I don't encounter many, if any. I mean, maybe in passing, if maybe I'm oblivious to it. Like openly flamboyant gay people.
Yeah.
And so, but when you see this frequently, you have characters on every show, and then again, like there's always someone to represent that. Like I think the numbers are skewed, but it's like, you know, everything you do now, it has to have one of those characters. The trans thing is what a small, very small percentage of the population. The gay thing is what, like 3 or 4% they're saying now. I think trans is like 1%. But you see a lot of these things where because there's not a character who is buying into this, and I guess the trans, I don't know, does the trans and the gay community, does that cross over? I guess does the whole LGBT thing, like is it like 1% trans, and are they a part of the 3 or 4%, or is it like 3 or 4% and then the 1% so it's like 5%? I don't know, but either way it goes is that you know you see a lot of this pushback, and I don't know how even at the most the 5%, if it's that much, which I don't think it is overtaking the 95%. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of where, you know, I get lost and I get confused. But the thing I find about it, I'll save some of this conversation for the Discord. Some of this probably doesn't need to be permanently recorded on YouTube. So, but if we get in the Discord, you know, after the show in the Discord this evening, remind me about the 5% versus the 95%. If y'all are in the Discord this evening, whoever it may be,
You know, next thing you know, Honcho,
yeah, I'll continue to express some thoughts on that.
This bill's been taken down. It's like,
Yeah. So I don't. I'm gonna express some thoughts on that this evening. I got quite a few thoughts on these things, but we'll take it one step at a time.
But that's all my view on that. Like I say, I have no hate towards people in the LGBTQ community or the gay people in general. Like I've been cool with a couple gay people. You know, it's just I just want you to understand me like how I understand you, and I try to understand you. That's all I'm asking for. You know, even if I say that, I'll still sound like a horrible person. But you know, hey. Like say people are tied to their opinion. Some people's opinion is just blasphemous, like Stephen A. But it's nothing you can do, and people's got to learn, and people guys got to realize. So, hey, but that's my call, man. I don't want to hold up people.
All right, well, Mr. Roman, I appreciate your call, man.
Man, anytime.
All right. And here's my thing, man. And I need to start using the hold feature in between calls and things like that. But like I say, this is not about hate. This is absolutely not about it. It's like I feel like everybody deserves a certain level of rights, a certain level of treatment, a certain level of whatever. But I think that when your perspective or when your thought process is primarily behind this filter, and you use that filter to decipher everything in your life, you start believing that people don't like you or don't associate with you, or they have a problem with you because of, you know, whatever that filter may be. So it could be gay, it could be something race-based, it could be gender-based, it could be whatever. But what a lot of people don't realize is that they're putting out their perception of where they're observing the world through that filter, through that lens. But the rest of the world isn't really looking at them like that. You just may be a shitty person that people don't like, but because you feel like, oh, it's because, you know, either I'm a woman or because it's somebody who's gay or whatever it may be, you might just be a really fucking annoying person, or you might not be as good as you would like to be at whatever certain thing or whatever. I mean, there's a multitude of things, but again, I think it's people's individual perspectives that that alter the way that they're received by others and the way they see their perception. So, you know, my thing is just that I think that's what most people have, and then that's the way they really see it, and they try to accuse others. Now, I'm not saying that every incident isn't valid. There are a lot of very accurate situations where, you know, the people are right. But I think a lot of these people now, they identify. We use the term identity and identify and all this shit so much that not only do they identify with it, that's how they see. But I see identify. I see like to me, I think, you know, I won't say a loose association, but yeah, you know, I see it. But you have people who their identity, again, it is who you are. So I guess think about this before I say it, like some old goofy shit, and I end up sound like DeMarkey or something. But that's how they view everything else. If it associates with their identity or not, and if it doesn't fall in line with it, then it's a problem because they're uncomfortable. So, you know, it is. It's unfortunate. You know. Oh, that's hilarious. But man, like I say, last night was a very interesting exchange. You know, and I think the video that Kenneth was in, and shout out to Kenneth wherever he may be. Joe Biden just called his wife. It's just he's losing it. He's been every night. It's a new fuck up. It's a new like I know they talk about him always having gaffes, you know, throughout his political career, but it's been a nightly thing. It's been like an hourly thing. Every time he talks, there's been some old crazy shit. So my thing though is this, right? You know, the thing that Kenneth was on the video, I guess, was about a tranny and them calling biological women a particular name, fish, right? So why is that acceptable? That's not an issue, that's not a problem, there's nothing wrong with it. But if it was to turn around and say a biologically born woman insulted the tranny for lack or for, you know, whatever reason, you know, maybe discrediting their womanhood, if you will, it becomes a problem. It becomes a hate crime. It becomes unacceptable, you know, and then, you know, some rainbow army comes out of nowhere. Somebody gets fired, you know, it becomes this whole thing. But, you know, I don't get it. I don't understand why, you know, we are in this situation. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who got called into the den this evening?
What's good, Honcho? That's prepaid.
Prepaid. What's the motherfucking deal, man? What's on your mind tonight, man?
Well, we ain't gonna dance around it tonight because we can't.
Okay.
And the reason why I say we can't dance around is because us dancing around shit and being politically correct and looking out for everybody's feelings, now we got the gray area. Mm-hmm. We live in a time where straight men are being called cis, C-I-S.
Yes.
That's how we get identified. There ain't no fucking identification on me. I'm a regular ass straight man. That's just, I'm a man. I'm not a cis man. I'm just a regular man.
Correct.
Then you have people calling straight women, transgender people calling straight women fish.
Yeah.
So we cis and fish now. But they no longer is punks and fairies. No. She man, he man, y'all not finna call my wife a fish. You know what I'm saying? Buttercup, fruit cup, you're not finna call me a cis man. I'm not a CIS man, I'm a regular ass man.
Yes.
And what happened was, by us looking out for their feelings and pulling this, oh, they're so disenfranchised and they've been mistreated for so long. What y'all did was y'all caused the okie doke.
Mm-hmm.
The LGBT alphabet soup community, they were never about equal rights. They were about oppression. Because they felt like for so long they were the oppressed. So when we gave them power, now oppressing other people. Let's call a spade, man. These people are not loving and happy and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got gay partners. Them niggas is hateful, dog. They hateful. Like, let's just call a spade, bro. They hateful. Yo, if you got a gay partner, they get into it with a black woman or a white woman, like let's say they get into it and they having words. This shit finna come to blows. They have forgot they are men. So when a gay dude and a fish, I guess, which as they call it, get into it and they come to blows, and what y'all do? Y'all sit around and say that's not right, but he's still a man. If a man did that, you want him to be shot, take him around back, beat him to the death or whatever the case may be. I'm done with that shit, man. Ain't no gray area with me. You a man, you call my wife a fish, I'm beating you the fuck up. You a man, you call me a cis man, I'm beating you the fuck up. Period. You a man dressed like a woman and you beat up a woman, I'm beating you the fuck up. If you are a woman dressed like a man, you put your hands on me, I'm beating you the fuck up. So yes, I'm including the dykes. You come out here and try that shit, I'm gonna beat you by that 9X polo shirt you got on. I'm putting the paws on your motherfucking ass.
Yeah,
Quick.
I was about to say, you buy the last polo shirt and stuff, we finna get it. Cause they buying up all the polos.
You with them big ass red monkey jeans you wearing and them beat up ass Air Force Ones, listen, I'm gonna fuck you up. Don't put your hands on me. Now I know you were born a woman, so I ain't gonna hit you first. But if you put your hands on me, I'm putting it on you. Straight Tekken 2 combos. I'm talking about 16 punch. I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck that shit. Because somebody got to restore order. Because what y'all haven't caught on to yet, because we are such an apologetic society now, we're getting the blame for it. You apologize, so now you in the wrong.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You be politically correct, and now they taking our kindness and weakness. Everybody mad at Boosie. Boosie wrong for that. Boosie ain't say shit wrong. Let the little nigga be gay. Don't cut off his dick, man. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Because let me tell you the fun thing about how this whole thing works.
Yeah.
D-Wade's son can talk to all the niggas he wants to. He can wear all the fingernails. He can buy all the shiny red bottoms, all the fierce pumps. $40. He can buy all the dresses for $40. We don't care. Because in about a year and a half, your black ass gonna grow about 6 inches. Your shoulders gonna spread. You need some big ass feet and some big ass hands. And judging by your daddy, you're gonna probably be about 6'3" or 6'4". Your voice gonna be deep as fuck. Now listen, if you decide you're gonna be with a nigga after that, good fucking luck, because you're gonna be the biggest nigga looking for a nigga. There will be no avoiding that shit. I don't give a fuck how much of that, what that shit called, the little coconut oil and shea butter they put in your hair. Nigga, you are a man.
Man.
I think D-Wade was like a size 20 shoe. Man, where's you getting these fierce pumps at for a man size 18? There ain't them shoes don't exist.
You have to get it made straight from the tailor, from the manufacturer or whatever. That's it.
Man, ain't no Fashion Nova for a nigga 6'4", 220. Them big ass shoulders D-Wade got. Where's you going, boy? And then the crazy part about the whole situation is, not once have we heard from his biological mother.
Correct.
I wonder why. I wonder why. See, them bringing the news of him being a fairy, they did that news because they wanted the attention.
Correct.
See, because if it was my son,
Still there? Yeah, let me finally make sure that I ain't got hit up. Uh-oh. Let me see. Where we at? What's done happened? Line and cut off. Are we still live? Everything look good on my end. Man. Okay, I guess we still kosher for the moment. But we didn't even get to my fault. I was like, I was gonna wait till that. I was gonna relay the message to Mr. Dakota, but I guess we didn't get cut off out of nowhere. I'm not sure what happened. The mom gonna fool around. Why? She gonna fool around and make some money, being able to talk about her side of the story and what's going on. So she'll get a chance to eat. She just gotta wait in line, you know. And again, it is It is, yeah, but what he's saying is true though. That's crazy. The gray area, like whoever the person was that they made the big deal about the fish thing. Um, like, what? I'm like, how is it? Is it a big news? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And, hold on, let me see. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, this is Rashida.
Hello, Miss Rashida. How are you this evening?
I'm good. I ain't gonna run out of time like Prepaid did because I don't got no minute plan. So I'm good. Prepaid is running out of minutes.
So how you feeling this
But
evening?
to pick up on what he was talking about with the D Wade daughter son, the mama she don't agree with that shit. That's why they don't want her in the media.
I believe it. But like I said, she gonna get a chance to tell her story. Have you seen anything, referring to her or showing her thoughts on it?
But I haven't seen. I just heard that she don't. If I come across it, then I'll shoot it to you. Yeah. But I definitely heard through the grapevine that she is against it. So of course they don't want to interview her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that wouldn't go with the message that they're trying to push right now. So. And
I get tired of people messing with Lil Boosie. He entitled to his opinion just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Anybody agree with that?
As crazy as his opinions be sometimes, I agree. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, man. That's the problem. Like, you got one group of people who want to be able to say whatever it is that they want to say with no repercussions. But then when somebody who doesn't agree with the things that they're saying, and it doesn't even have to be an insult. They could provide logic. It could bring factual evidence. It could be science-based. They want to get rid of science now because they mad at science because science is disproving a lot of this stuff. But you just say something that is, there's no emotion involved. There's no personal attacks involved. And again, like I say, it's from a factual basis. Then they'll insult you. They'll undermine you. Like I say, they try to ruin you. They try to dox you, expose all your information, and just, it is, like I say, it's unbalanced.
That's the real way they get people to accept shit. They try to mess with your money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I understand people who have worked hard to get where they are in life. And again, depending on what kind of career field you're in, some situations, hey, you got one shot and you work hard to get where you're at, and somebody come ruining it or with false accusations or threatening or whatever it may be, it can make it bad for you. So I get it. I understand it. But which is more important? Is it more important for someone to stand on their integrity and say, well, this is what I believe, and I'm willing to risk everything that I've accomplished in life to make sure that it's known that I believe this? Or should people kind of just reside in that gray area, knowing that they don't believe or support things that are going on, but because they don't want to lose what they have going on, they choose to either remain silent or they participate in it, or however you want to look at it?
Let me tell you something my mama told me a long time ago. Yeah. She said you go to work and you collect your check and keep your mouth shut. Now, most of the time I listen to her on that.
Most of the time. Okay.
But, like, this how I look at it. A lot of conversations, I just won't engage. Yeah. That way, can't nobody say, Rashida said nothing.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Because at the end of the day, if you lose your job over saying some shit to people, then what you gonna do? Yeah, you can find another job, but your bill's still gonna be due. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just got to keep it to yourself.
Yeah. I mean,
a lot of times I would go home and call my mom and talk about them people at work. Shit,
That's what I do. I come on the den and talk about them. Yeah, I feel you.
Right. Instead of expressing my opinions directly to the source, I would find a different route. Because a lot of shit people say I just didn't agree with, and they'd be looking at me like, what's your opinion? I don't know. And keep it moving.
Ain't
Not on my writing heights or whatever I was doing. 'Cause I ain't trying to get involved in no workplace bullshit.
Yeah.
I need my check and go home. That's it, and that's all.
I agree. I mean, that's what
'Cause
I'm
I
saying.
remember when I worked in the office and I was the minority. I was really the minority because I was one of the few black people and I was one of the few heterosexual people.
Damn.
But, I would consider myself gay friendly. You know what I'm saying? But I don't necessarily agree with the lifestyle, but that doesn't make me not like you as a person.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is why they make gay an identity. Heterosexuality is not an identity. Like I don't say, "Hello, I'm Rashida, the heterosexual."
Look, y'all, it's straight Rashida calling again.
Right. People say, like when they gay, they say, "Hey, I'm gay," whatever their name is, or I'm gated. I just don't get that. Why does that your sexual orientation have to be so big a part of who you are? But
I don't know. Like I say, because my thing is, I think there's
it's like they made gay a person. Gay is not a person. Gay is an orientation.
Yeah, and again,
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's stuff you say for your bedroom. Like I think if
right,
your everyday
exactly.
life, you should be just the same as anybody else. You may dress a little weird, you may be whatever, but I don't think that has to precede you. When you introduce
And
yourself
those
or
are the
anything else.
people and those are the gay people that I get along with the best. The ones that don't make being gay who they are. That's just a part of their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you can't never say, I'm gay, whatever. But it don't have to be, every conversation has to be about you being gay. Like, can we talk about something else?
Yeah.
And see, when you able to connect with people on a different level, they accept you more.
Okay.
I got plenty of gay friends. And the issue of them being gay comes up rarely. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I'm just again. Maybe I just I don't. Like I keep a small circle, so it is what it is. But my thing is, and again, I agree. I mean, that's the thing though. Is like if you say that you disagree with any aspect of something, or again, like I say, you point, they come out in droves and they attack. Because like I say, whenever the situation that happened with that was going on with the teas up in Dallas. I mean, some of y'all saw some of the comments on some of the videos. They were just attack. Like, I didn't say anything rude. The stuff that I said was, at that point, it was an opinion, but it was just me, taking what I did see and making some assumptions, and those assumptions actually turned out to be true, and accurate. But people was mad because it didn't paint that person in the light they want them to be seen as. But that person didn't paint themselves in that light. So, nothing that I said was outrageous or outlandish. But again, if it's not pleasant, if it's not only, sunshine and rainbows, if you're not praising them and putting them on the pedestal, you get attacked. And so my thing is like, look, everybody can get it. Everybody's a target. I'm on the Big M shit. Big M attacks everybody, so that's what I'm doing. Everybody's a target, and we should equally be able to be judged, insulted, praised, or whatever it may be. But, because I remember what happened was around last year sometime when they were trying to do the straight pride parade, because they have gay pride parades in every city, every major city all across America. So you're talking about hundreds of these parades. It seems like they have one every couple of months. But anyway, whatever. So you're talking about hundreds of these parades.
Right. Why would the straight pride be anti-gay, but the gay pride parade not anti-straight? Like, it's the same difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when it comes to this speech thing, I'm just all the way confused because I done heard two different things. I've been, listening to different stuff. And the first thing I heard was that the term was meant for gay men that dress up like women and look so much like a woman you couldn't tell. So they said, call them fish. But then I heard somebody else, like a gay person, use it as like almost an insult to a woman, call her a fish. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I'm just
See, the thing I've heard was the insult because someone was telling me a story about they had went out and they were having a good old time and they had got a few drinks in them and they was on the dance floor doing their thing. They was dancing and whatever. And apparently, I guess they was dancing on somebody or whatever happened, and this being a female was bent over, making it shake or doing whatever. And apparently, a gay man came up from behind him and was like, "Ooh, fish," And so, but it was hilarious the way they tell the story. I can't tell it because I wasn't there, but the way they tell the story, it was hilarious. But apparently, used it as as an insult, like as
an insult, right? Like it can't be both. I mean, maybe it can be both, but I don't know. It's weird to me.
Yeah. So.
And when it comes to D Wade and Key, this is Kiana. What's his daughter's name? I don't remember. Zion.
Oh, you talking about Zion Wade, the one that the other one that was actually plays basketball.
Yeah. See, what's gonna happen is it's gonna start being cute when he get older and start growing into a man, and then he gonna see all the attention not necessarily focused on him. Then what he gonna do?
Yeah, turn it up.
To me, they set him up for failure.
Yeah.
And they need to really get a grip on it. And Dwayne Wade needs to go back to basketball because he's just too involved with this promoting his damn daughter as a transgender or whatever he want her to be. And Gabrielle Union, I don't know what she doing. She needs to go back and get her another job.
She
they got
everything.
Too much time on it.
That's
Want to be the face of the transgender movement. Get the hell out of here.
Like I say, all this stuff, like I say, it's not my lane, not my crew. So whatever they got going on over there, I don't necessarily understand it. But like I say, it's just.
You don't want to understand either what's going on behind their closed doors if they business.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. But they want to make the world a problem. But when you used to getting attention and you used to, that's your part of your life. So that's what people started doing. Okay, well, I'm running out of attention. I'm not on the basketball court anymore. All this shit started happening when he about to retire.
He pushing her out there, exploiting her. That's what they doing.
When was the last movie Gabrielle was in?
I don't even know. She was on America's Got Talent doing something.
Yeah, that's right. Because I know she's done some TV shows and stuff, but I mean, I always thought it was the other way around. I thought you went from TV
got
to
too
movies.
Much time. Once they get something else going in their life, they gonna be, trying to take her to the gay pride parades and putting her out there and all this other mess.
Yes, it's I don't know. Whatever they get, like I said, if they happy, it's a lot of people who doing everything a different way and they're very unhappy. So I can't. I can. And I probably
I
won't.
think that a lot of the acceptance does come from the way that people felt about the way they was had a high rate of suicide and everything, and people was trying to maybe feel that if we accept them more, then change that. But it's just I don't know. It done got out of hand.
But my thing, and this is my own personal thing, is this that I don't think that acceptance is going to change anything. I think that it just creates an avenue for more people who are seeking some sort of attention to go down. They think that solution or that becomes a viable option for whatever reason. But my thing is like, I think the ones that are mental are going to be mental anyway. I think it has nothing to do with them being transgender or anything else like that, because that's what I was saying. What I seen in there, we were going to court. There were 3 of them in the line, and they bring out this medical card when you go to court. You get up real early, and so anybody who has to take medication or whatever, they very specific about it. So they say, hey, whoever's here for medication will line up. I find it funny that all 3 of them were on medication. The one when I told y'all about the situation.
Taking their hormones.
Hmm?
They have to keep taking their hormones.
Man, they ain't giving them no hormones in Harris County. That's mental shit. They take some mental shit. If Harris County is giving them hormones and all that, boy, we finna set it off in this motherfucker. But and then the one that was actually in the same tank as we were for a little bit was on medication. So it's just like, again, I don't know what medications, but I'm assuming usually when they got a certain band or certainly identified a certain way, that it's probably some crazy medicine. Excuse me, pardon me, y'all. I really apologize. But and so I noticed like all the ones that I did come across in the county, they're all on some form of medication. And so it just makes you wonder. Like I said, I don't know what medication it was. I'm assuming it had to do with some type of mental, whatever, because they all seem crazy. Then we get down to the courthouse and all this other stuff. No, I'm serious. These motherfuckers is singing and dancing and doing some other shit. And then like they divided it into 3 lines, right? And so it just so happened that I was in the 3rd line. It just so happened that I was supposed to be ended up standing, right by. I had this. Man, I left this big ass gap in the line. I'm not gonna stand next to it. I'm not gonna do it. I was like, and I know all these things that I say, and I sit here and say, hey, I love everybody. I try to treat everybody equal. Then over the last few days, the stories I've shared seem like I'm really anti-transgender. I get it, but I promise y'all. What's
wrong with that?
I don't hate anybody. Okay, this is not a case of hate. It's just.
But that's not life though. In life, you're supposed to hate people. Hate is a good emotion.
No,
because it balances out with love. You love people and you hate people.
I have.
That way you have perfect balance.
Balance. Well, we saw what happened with balance and Oprah. I don't want to have that kind of balance. But my thing is,
I got plenty of enemies in there. I don't give a shit. Oh, by the way, fuck y'all while I'm on the line.
But my thing is, it's not that. It's just like I have a low tolerance for certain things, And so when I can see those things from the distance, I'm not going to go put myself in a mix to get pissed off by it or to get mad because I know a situation is going to occur. So like in that situation, I say I'm just going to keep some distance. You know what I'm saying? And the little COs, obviously they could tell because they ain't say nothing about it. Everybody else, they was kind of in the regular area, but they saw once you saw what that gap was. Rashida, do you know how to make makeup out of Kool-Aid?
No,
okay. They need one of them these stores. They was out there making makeup out of Kool-Aid and coffee and shit.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
This motherfucker had a full face of makeup on. And I'm just trying to figure out like how's this a thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, but apparently they make makeup out of Kool-Aid and coffee and some other things or whatever.
They do all kind of MacGyver type shit in jail because, they have to work with what they got. Man,
this is I don't know. That's why I say I just think it's a mind thing. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it at that because man.
But you know what the thing is, just because you don't hold a flag saying I love transgenders, people gonna call you transphobic. So it is what it is.
Yeah, they gonna yeah. If you don't buy into the whole
Melinda
program.
Newbers donated $3.
Right.
Don't cut it off until you know your final shoe size.
I don't know.
That's
Right.
just common sense, fellas.
Don't cut it off till you know your final shoe size. Oh man, appreciate the love, Melinda Anubis. That's hilarious. But yeah, that's a tough situation to be in, man. I don't know how if I had a child and they told me something like that. I don't know.
Would it matter if it was a boy or a girl?
No, not at all. It would not matter
No.
either way. No.
I mean, you see, the way I look at it, I'm gonna be your parent, and you gonna abide by these rules of this house, and whatever gender you was born, that's the gender the way you gonna dress until you old enough to buy your own stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, if I ain't got to buy it, you can wear whatever you want to. But like I said, it's a crazy situation. It's a crazy world out there. And my thing, I'm a firm believer people need to be happy.
What I don't understand is that people don't even find out who they are in life until way later. But you mean to tell me at 20-year-old, you know who she is or whatever? Come on now. Right now, she just living this attention-seeking fairy tale right now.
Yes.
When they say little boys can be princesses, that's what she trying to be. Just trying to be a little princess, twirling everywhere.
Tough.
That shit gonna get old soon enough.
Tough.
Because she gonna grow out of that cute stage. Right now, it's cute.
But you gonna have this crew of people who gonna put you on this pedestal, who gonna promote you, who gonna elevate you, and that's then you basically be on just for being whatever.
When she get to be 21, looking like a grown man with a beard and all that other kind of shit, 6 feet tall and hair on her chest and all that other kind of stuff, it ain't gonna be so cute then.
I agree. But Miss Rashida, I've just realized, I just love talking to Miss Rashida so much that I don't even realize how the time passes by. We just get into such deep conversation.
First of all,
I get
you was
mesmerized.
30 minutes late.
Let's see what had happened.
So don't try to interrupt. Don't try to interrupt my conversation because you was late.
Yeah, I told you I was late, but that ain't gonna change the date. I have to tell myself.
And then you stay up all night on the Discord, then try to cut the den short. That's some bullshit.
Not tonight. I'm gonna be on the Discord for 5 minutes when we get the party started.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right. You were supposed to went to sleep last night.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. That's why I'm double down. Look, I'm on the screen. My eyes, Lord, look like I've been on that shit. Look, I'm looking like an old Kush then.
You better sip some of that damn tea and stop interrupting me because I wasn't through yet.
I sipped all the tea gone.
Yeah, I see that bullshit. He trying to cut my call short and I wasn't even finished. You know what? That's all. But you know what? That's all right. I'm calling in tomorrow with a double long call.
Well, I will be on time to make sure that I get the call because I want to hear everything you got to say. I know I love what Miss Rashida got to talk about.
So why you okay, if you say so. Hey, what's up with the pistachios and shit?
Man, I don't know. I got the early bird list, so I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't say I'm gonna put them on there tonight. I'm gonna put them on there tomorrow. So
you just be telling us anything.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm just because I've still got a few little hiccups I'm ironing out. So I have intentions of doing a particular thing, and then I'll be right up against the clock.
You know what? It's mighty damn funny you the guy so sleepy on my call. Yeah, you know what?
I was tired.
You know what?
I was tired before your call.
I kind of don't even believe you sleep.
Man, I'm telling you.
Man,
it has
sound like you fake me, man.
It has nothing to do with your call.
People done did me like this before, so I kind of know.
No, this was I was
No, this ain't authentic. This ain't authentic.
I was tired before the call. I was tired when I got on. I was young. That's why I had to make the tea. I was like, let me make some tea here. Let me
No, you should have made some coffee.
See, because that's the thing, though. See, I got to have the right little balance of caffeine. I need just a little caffeine. So if I drink too much, then I'm going to be up in the Discord all night. That's what happened yesterday. And so, that's why I said I just need a little bit, a little hot beverage to give me a boost. And we're going to get in the den. We're going to talk about some good things. But then, it might not have been enough. So.
Well, all right then. Y'all take care. Since you putting me off the line, y'all.
I'm doing no such thing, Miss Rashid. I'm just accelerating the future so I can hear your call and everything you want to talk about tomorrow.
I shouldn't even call in tomorrow.
Yes,
damn
yes,
it.
you should.
I think about it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be encouraging you on various platforms to do so.
All right, take care.
All right, Miss Rashid, I appreciate your call.
Good night.
No, you have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
Get the
All right, this one here will be our last call of the evening to allow Mr. Prepaid to finish his thoughts. What's the motherfucking deal, Mr. Prepaid? What's on your mind there, sir?
Look, man, don't cut his dick off, man.
Oh, man.
Bruh, listen, man, listen. Let Professor Troy eat at dinners, but don't cut his dick off, man. Bro, but real shit, man. As I was finishing my call, bro, a father like myself, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front with y'all, man. I'm hard on my kids because my daddy was hard on me because life is hard.
Correct.
But I get criticized for pushing my kids after practice because they loafing on the field and I make them run after practice on their own. Well, that's toxic masculinity. Or as another parent told me, that's problematic because I'm pushing my kids too hard.
Yeah.
But D Wade went on national TV and told y'all that his fucking 12-year-old kid told him that he don't identify as a gay man, that he understands gender and shit. How the fuck does that work? I'm smarter than D Wade, so I know that my 13-year-old son is smarter than his 12-year-old son. My son would never tell me no fuck shit like that. Father, I've done the research. I no longer identify as a man.
Yeah.
If anything, my son will identify as a fucking Ninja Turtle or a Spider-Man or some other wild, retarded shit. Black Panther, some shit. I'm supposed to go out there and get him some vibranium? What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is you talking about? It makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. And here's the thing, y'all. For anybody, oh my God, Prepaid, he's transphobic. Listen, we as black people, we all grew up with gays and fags in our family. We ain't never made this shit public. You made it public because you want the attention from the shenanigans. Is what's going on.
Correct.
And somebody in the chat made a comment about me saying gay partners. That's not what I said. I got gay partners. I understand some of y'all not from the South, so y'all don't understand what that means. Gay partners mean gay friends, gay comrades. That's what that means. When you work in the legal field, you're going to automatically have gay friends. That's who dominates this field. That's also how I know that when Honcho made a comment about the Kool-Aid in jail, they put the Kool-Aid around their lips. That's how to identify the faggots versus the regular people. That's how this whole thing works. My whole thing is, man, we got to get to the point where we eliminate the gray area. You a straight black man, don't nobody call you no fucking sis. Black women, you ain't letting a straight man call you a fish. Don't let your faggot homeboy call you a fish. A motherfucker say something that ain't got no business, put the motherfucking paws on them. Period. And if you don't feel like if you feel like it's not right to beat them up or resort to violence, tell them about their motherfucking self. Then after that, what happens next, it happens. But my whole point is, man, stop blaming regular black men for raising their black kids the way we want to. Stop making it seem like the way I raised my son is wrong, but D Wade is he's so understanding. He's so open to change. No, the fuck he's not. He's benefiting from it. Correct. I don't want to benefit from my son. I damn sure ain't going to benefit by him going ahead telling everybody that he no longer identifies as a man. These are the same. This what blows my mind about these liberals and the people who tell these kids that they can be whatever gender you want to be. they deny science. They say that science says that you can have infinity genders. Okay, these are the same people who said a man can have a baby.
Correct.
The thing that blows my mind is if a man can have a baby, what the fuck is what explain the science of when it happens, or this science is gonna happen when the Wade's son wake up one day. He went to bed, he was 5'3". He gonna wake up and be 6'2". Tell me the science on that. I want to know. Somebody tell me the science on that. He can wear all the tube tops he wants to, Honcho. You know, in about a year to a year and a half, you're gonna have a full-fledged fucking 8-pack. It don't matter if you're doing the crunches. It's hereditary. It's coming.
Yeah.
What woman are you gonna be with that jawline, bro? I need to know.
Man, I don't understand. Like I say, you know, then that's when all the extra, you know, accessories and I don't know if the surgeries and all that. You know, D-Wade, they gonna put all that shit out there. They gonna have a TV show.
Look, you can put him on. Listen, you can put him on all the hormone blockers. You can give him all the estrogen pills. You can block him on all the testosterone. It won't do you no good. He gonna still be 6'4".
Oh, yeah.
They don't have nothing that can stop your fucking feet from growing, bruh. Them big ass hands. Them big ass Eddie Monster hands. Ain't nobody finna be holding your hand. Them big ass hands. D-Wade can palm a basketball with his left hand, bro. What hand is you gonna be holding? Listen, I got gay partners. Ain't nobody searching for no 6'4", 220 nigga. Who the fuck is looking today, motherfucking Luke Kuechly? Come on, man, stop this shit. Get real. That's what he should have told him. Look, son, you want to be a fag? Go ahead and be a fag, but ain't gonna be no market for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tired of this shit. And before I get off this call, you know, Honcho, you probably got this conversation. Me and you had this conversation. I told you this shit was headed this way when they took him to the gay pride parade.
Yeah.
You don't take no fucking 11 or 12-year-old to no fucking gay pride parade in Miami. I don't take my son to the strip club. I don't take him to the fucking lingerie store. You don't take kids no shit like that. He's a kid. And D-Wade family, you know, D-Wade and his family gonna find out real fast because they gonna see his son ain't seen the ugly side of what the real world really is yet. See, he ain't had to be raised hard. See, D-Wade was raised hard, and somehow or another, there's a certain amount of money you get where you just forget where you came from. See, what's gonna happen is he gonna wake up one day and his money, he gonna be somewhere where his money can't get him out of a situation.
Yeah.
See, there's places in the world, no matter how much money you got, it can't get you out of the situation. You're going to still be a black fag, and you're going to find out real fast that shit ain't sweet. See, D-Wade can't prepare you for that. He can't prepare you for that because he forgot about that shit. There's places in this world, no matter how nice I dress, no matter what kind of suit I'm still going to be a nigga, man, regardless of the fact. And his son going to find out real quick. There's certain places in the world where money can't protect you. Yeah. He gonna end up in one of these places. Gonna probably be a gay club somewhere in the hood. Somewhere they gonna drag him someplace he ain't got no business, and it's gonna hit him like a ton of bricks. And it sucks, man, because that's how the real world really is. He gonna hear some words. He gonna be called some words, and they ain't gonna be the words he like hearing. It's gonna be called. It's gonna be consistent, and people gonna be ready to harm that dude. And you need to tell them about that shit, but you're not going to because it's all, you know what I'm saying, confetti and rainbows and shit at your house. Nigga got long fingernails right now. What 12-year-old got long fingernails? My daughter was just 12, and I ain't take her to get long fingernails. You don't do that to no fucking kid. No. That doesn't make any sense. If she want to put some what's that shit called, the little clear stuff on there? What's that shit called the girls put on their nails? Whatever that shit is to make your nails shiny. Not fingernail polish, it's something else.
No, that's not a clear coat.
Clear coat. Whatever that, it's pretty much a clear coat. Yeah. It's kind of like not letting your 12-year-old daughter wear lipstick. She can wear lip gloss. She can't wear lipstick. Yeah. That's how this whole thing works. Before I go, man. Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay. That's great.
Yeah. Before I go, man. Straight up, bro. Raise everybody. Get out the gray area, bro. If you want to raise your kids to be trannies and all that, man, have at it. Just don't have no gray area. And if you see me raising my kid to be a strong black man and to be, you know, the head of his household and be the breadwinner and take care of his family, get the fuck out of my way.
Correct.
And most importantly, don't cut his dick off, man.
Oh, man. Hey, man. All right, we're gonna wrap it up on that note, man. But as y'all can tell, I'm leaning. Oh man, I meant to. I don't know if you saw the message. Prepaid. If you still listen, Dakota said he was trying to reach out to you about something. So I'm not sure if Dakota's still in the chat or if you saw the message. But I fucks with y'all, man. You can say them questions till tomorrow, D-Love. I'm tired, man. Like I said, I Friday really about not going to bed like I was supposed to. Last night, staying up, chopping up with Big M and Professor Trill and Lady Licious. It was a real good conversation, man. It really was. Female Pimp brought absolutely nothing to the conversation. She came in there, complained, said some corny jokes, and I don't know. So there's that. Here is the deal. We're gonna slide into the Discord. I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna be honest with y'all for a little bit. And my thing is, but here's the thing about the Discord after party. Discord after party is like, what are you talking about as usual sweep? I'll be in there for hours. I was in there the other day I think I was in there for like till 2 in the morning the day before yesterday. I was in there till 3 yesterday. I'll be in the Discord now. Occasionally, I'll be doing something, but I'll still be in there, and then, I'll be on it. But my thing is, I'm gonna be in there for tonight. I probably won't be in there very long. I ain't gonna be in there for hours on the internet. I might be in there, depending on what y'all talking about. But the Den Discord is mainly for y'all, like, to take the conversation to the next level. So say we talking about something tonight. That way it can, you're talking about female pimp? Oh, of course. And so it's that way for y'all to have that interaction. It's cool. Like, the chat is awesome. The chat is cool. I love the chat. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, you may not feel like clicking. You just want to sit there and, you want to discuss. And it's easy to have that engage in that discussion. It's easy to have a real conversation, to hear human voice. So that's what the Discord, the Den Discord brings to the table. It's like y'all ever used to watch, what was it? Like Walking Dead or the other show that they used to have, Breaking Bad, and they used to have like Talking Bad or The Talking Dead on AMC after the shows. Like, that's kind of what the Den Discord is, but it's for everybody. Everybody gets to contribute. Everybody kind of gets to, So I think it's pretty dope, man. So shout out to Culture and everything he's done for Discord, man. I think it's a great thing. So, y'all come be a part of it. Anything that y'all thinking, things that didn't get discussed tonight that y'all may have wanted to call in, didn't get to call in, like, you can get in the Discord, get in the voice chat, or you can get a text chat, and it takes to the next level. You can share pictures, and let me throw this on since we ended it with Mr. Prepaid this evening. And I saw somebody say that Bernie won California, and I saw he was in the lead for Texas. So I'm gonna check up on all that. We'll probably talk not so Super Tuesday stuff tomorrow night, and we'll go from there, man. I think there was a music channel on there. I don't know if it's still on or not, but I know at one point there was a music. I gotta go back and look. But well, like I say, man, I fucks with all y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Again, thank you to each and every one of you. It is, again, my honor. It's an honor. It is a privilege. It is truly a privilege. We're going to talk about some other privileges, too. I'm going to let y'all know, Friday, it probably will not be a Den Friday. I got some stuff I got to do. Just going to probably take me late into the evening. So I probably may move it to Saturday. We may do it on Saturday. We'll see what happens on that. So, again, I know it's my fault. I know it's late, but like I said, I'm finna get up early in the morning. I'm gonna start getting back on my gym kick, so I'm gonna take my ass to the gym at 5 in the morning, and I'm finna get all the way in. Look, I gotta. Somebody reminded me I have a calendar to do, right? So I gotta tighten up, right? So I gotta put in the work, but I fuck with y'all. But seriously, I thank y'all, man, and I just appreciate each and every one of y'all for being a part of this community. We're gonna slide over to the Discord. The link is in the description. Or not, the link is in the chat right now. Put it in there. If you're not a part of Discord, go join the Discord. Chunk up a deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all ain't got to go home, but y'all got to get the fuck out of here. I'll see y'all in Discord shortly. I'm gone.